So I want to talk about this XT4 that I just got recently. I was shooting, been shooting it around the house a little bit and in the yard and taking video. I did recorded some of my videos with it. It's actually, pretty excellent for that. And with the flip screen, it's nice to be able to actually have a sense of what I'm like. I have no idea if I'm in focus or what's going on when I'm shooting with the XH1, but it, generally works good enough, as you've seen. But it's nice being able to see it. But this camera like blew me away today shooting some photos. So, by the way, I just got this. I picked this up on eBay for what I pay $350. So like $100 less than but well, you pay tax. You pay tax if you bought it new anyway in California. But it was $350 buy it now, and it basically the seller was like, I opened it and looked at it and put it back in the box, and I used the trusted eBay that I could return it if the guy wasn't being honest, but pulled it out and literally had a couple little specks of dust that air blew off and looks like it never been used. So I finally got the 23, so I have my trinity of Fujicrons. I've had the 35 f2 for a long time. Don't love it, but it works. It's useful sometimes. It's filming me right now. It's becoming sort of my go-to video lens for these talking heads. Have the 50 f2, love that lens. It's probably my second favorite Fuji lens behind the 16-1.4. And then I just got the 23, and this is going to be right up there because, yeah, like people say, if you focus near the minimum distance, it is a little soft wide open, like the old X100 lens. But stop down to 2.8 and it's very sharp. And even the little bit of softness is not terrible. I never really complained when I had the X100S. But it's fast, it's, focus is super quick, it's compact, and it's silent, and it's just awesome. And I'm, enjoying the 35 millimeter field of view. But I was taking some pictures of as we get into further away from the winter here, the sun's up a little bit later. So when I'm done working, I can actually grab some pics of the kids when there's still some light out. And I took some pictures of them in the yard, and I was just messing around. I hadn't played with the high-speed burst yet with the 15 frames per second, but I just put it in continuous focus. I had it in the I think, I'm trying to remember the focus mode. Not the all, that's the one at the bottom. It was like the area, I think it's called area. Wide tracking, sorry. I had it in wide tracking, and I had face turned on, continuous AF, and 15 frames per second. And, I just had my son they were riding their scooters in the backyard, and he just came towards me, and I just, kind of held down the shutter for a second, let go, hit it again. And it was crazy. And I can even overlay this video. I took a video with my phone rather of the back screen while I did this, but it was crazy because it's like I did a few of these bursts, and it's just weird to watch the Fuji literally keep their face, and I don't remember if their eye was always showing, but it kept their face in focus the whole time at 15 frames per second, and like every photo sharp. The only one that wasn't sharp was like right when he was right at the screen, or like right up at the lens, which was I think closer than his minimum focus anyway, and it was a little bit out of focus. But like they're all in focus. I couldn't believe it because I'm used to like the XH1. So long story short, just like doing several bursts of the kids in motion. This is ridiculous. And to see not only the 15 frames per second, but like literally the autofocus keep up with them on their face, and all the pictures be sharp. And it's kind of coming from, living with Fujis, going back to X100S and X Pro 1 days, which the X Pro 1 literally couldn't focus on lots of stuff, even unmoving, like static subjects it would struggle with sometimes. X100S wasn't much better. XT1, when they got the later XT10 firmware, which really improved all the different autofocus tracking and stuff, like that got to a usable point, but even the XH1 and the XE3, which basically is the same focus ability, they're slower. I think the max on the XH1 with boost and the battery grip, I think is 12 or 14. It's less than 15, I know that. To see like it keep up, because I feel like even those cameras, they were way better. Like that, I've used the XH1 a little bit for that. It was noticeably better than what the XT1 could do, but it was just like surprising, like the leagues different. This is like a different world, like a different universe than what those old cameras could do pretty good. but like this is a completely different universe. So, well, it's weird. I wonder why people are critical of the XT4, and maybe that's more because of the video, not the autofocus having, you know, kind of some inferiority compared to Sony. But for like stills, like I can't see. Obviously, I'm not saying Sony's not better or Canon's not better, but like what else do you need? Because it's so good. At least, you know, for I guess a normal person. But like for the average hobbyist, like this focus is better than I could need. Like I couldn't believe it. I was like going through all the pictures and I was like, they're all in focus. And this was at f2 with the 23. And you know, maybe that's not the most compression, but I would guess with one of the faster, longer lenses, so like say the 90 f2 or the 55 to, or sorry, the 50 to 140, 2.8, I would guess they probably could keep up just as fast as this lens. And it's just, it was just kind of mind blowing how much better it is. It's just like, so you're so used to with Fuji, as a Fuji user, you kind of just used to it never being amazing. Like it works and you're happy with it, but like you know its limitations, and it's like it's never foolproof like that. And I was just like, damn. Turn on face, turn on wide tracking, so you're not picking zones. You're just letting the camera decide what to do, and you have a moving subject coming at you fast on a little razor scooter, and you just hold down the shutter, and it's blah, 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 15 frames per second, and they're all, you know, blasting away, and they're all sharp. And it's just like, damn, that's impressive. Maybe that's just for the, you know, Fuji cult loser who's used to crap cameras, but it was impressive to me. So I'm really happy with this. This camera is awesome. Video is awesome, and the stills are pretty awesome too. I'll have some of those pictures up throughout this video, I bet. So you'll see some of them that they're sharp, but I was also using, I've been really obsessed with the classic negative sim. It just looks so neat. It's not accurate, but it's very kind of filmic, I guess. So yeah, it's not accurate colors, but they're neat looking. You know, these film people are obsessed with film. The colors of most film aren't very accurate. Some of the film is accurate, like Portra 160, that was an accurate film, but like Superior film's not accurate. Kodak Gold's not accurate. Kodak Ultramax 400, not even close. Super Ektar, none of those are even close to accurate colors. They looked awesome. They're awesome colors, but they weren't accurate. So I think in that regard, the classic negative kind of is in that same realm where it's nice looking, it's neat, but it's not accurate. It's not perfect either, but it's interesting. I don't think it's as versatile as classic chrome, but it's fun because I haven't used it before and it has a unique look. Yeah, it's kind of just a random, I guess, XT4 update and kind of aha moment of surprise as a, you know, Fuji shooter. Yeah, loving it. If you are thinking about one, maybe on the fence, I would get it. Don't listen to all the, you don't need more gear, and you know, it's not going to improve your photography or get you more interested. Yeah, all those are valid statements too, but this has definitely gotten me more motivated to shoot more again. Both video of talking heads, video of the kids in the house and just in the backyard, and stills and of the kids inside and outside. And I'm really looking forward to it as we get more and more light, as we get closer to spring. We're supposed to have some days in the 70s next week, so the sun keeps being out longer, get some more pics and report back. I'll talk to you guys later.